Is it finally Ethereum's turn to pump? If you have been watching crypto for the last 2 months, almost everything else has had parabolic runs except for Ethereum. And yes, that's including Bitcoin. Even Bitcoin is outgaining Ethereum. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the potential chance for Ethereum finally to have its turn to have a big move. And there's a couple of reasons why that could be coming very, very soon. So make sure to go ahead and strap on in and watch the entire video for what you need to see about future price action on Ethereum, both in the short term and long term for 2024. With that said though, let's go ahead and discover crypto. Now, recently, there's been some extremely bullish predictions for Ethereum, maybe none higher than Arthur Hayes implicating that a $5,000 price action could be coming very, very soon. In fact, he tells everyone to go ahead and start taking profits from their massive gains in the coins like Solana to move them over into Ethereum. Well, one of the reasons why you might want to do that is because a very big upgrade is coming here in Q1 of 2024. Before I show you that upgrade though, think about what is the number one frustration with Ethereum. What is possibly the number one reason why the price is not moving to the upside? It's going to, of course, be gas fees. Well, welcome in the Dencun upgrade. I'm not really 100% certain how that's pronounced, but it's the Dencun upgrade expected to come with features that reduce transaction fees on Ethereum mainnet, limit the use of self-destruct operations on smart contracts, and enhance the performance of bridges and staking protocols. In the next couple of weeks, there will be another video coming out here on Discover Crypto that we go in depth as to everything you should expect with this upgrade. But for now, what you need to know is possibly the number one problem with Ethereum is going to be fixed here very, very soon. And for that reason alone, I think the potential for $5,000, a remaking of the former all-time high on Ethereum, is absolutely doable here in 2024. But let's take a look at a couple other reasons why we might be seeing a pump in the short term. Looking at a tweet here from Rand Nooner, the host of Crypto Banter, a friend of the channel, he points out within the last day, it has been the ETH Layer 2 day. Optimism up 25%, Matic up 20%, Arbitrum up 12%, and Metis up 25%. If you've been watching crypto price action for a while, you know that there's kind of a flow of money. Whereas one project takes off, people take profit, and they move it into the next one. And with the heavy speculation that Ethereum is going to be getting some big news coming soon, there's a lot of interest in people taking profits from some of those layer 2s and moving them over into Ethereum. But with that said, let's take a look at some of those numbers to keep an eye on in case you're an investor or a trader who wants to take advantage of some of these numbers. Before we do that though, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button and consider hitting subscribe if the information up to this point has been entertaining and educational to you. But now let's get into the actual details of what to expect. Now, as you know, pretty much the entire crypto ecosystem has been rallying since this mid to late October numbers back here, are actually rather early back here on the 12/18th, 19th of October. And even though Ethereum has rallied to the upside, it has done it in a very boring way. In fact, from the bottom of that October date all the way to the top of where Ethereum's been here more recently, you'll see that we have only rallied a measly 57%. That's not even as good as Bitcoin. Hence the reason why we've seen the Ethereum over Bitcoin chart move to the downside. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit. But for right now, we see a drastically undervalued Ethereum that before making this video, or at the time of making this video, we've actually been pumping here over the last 24 hours. You'll also see we've been in a little bit of a trading channel ever since October that has served as both really nice levels of resistance to take profit and also good entry points for long positions. So where is the next target looking at this chart? I have my eyes fixed right here around $2,700 up here towards the golden pocket of the macro area of Ethereum. You guys can see going back to the high, the all-time high of Ethereum back here in 2021, down to what is currently the low here in June of 2022. Fibonacci levels does put us up here to the golden pocket at $2,700. This is also backed up by looking at heavy liquidation levels where you will see while we still have some above us closer to 2,500 and 2,600, we do see some yellow / light green levels all the way up here at 2,700. This, of course, would liquidate a lot of shorts for Ethereum and is almost like a magnet to traders to push price up that high. Now, while I do agree with Arthur Hayes that I think we will be seeing another $5,000 price prediction for Ethereum in 2024, the question is, are we going straight from where we currently are up to that level, or will we see a pullback before then? Right now, I would not be surprised to see Ethereum rally up to 2,700 before we see an almost complete crypto meltdown of returning to former levels like where we were back in October. For Ethereum, this would put price back down towards $1,500. Going back to the liquidations charts, while we do have a heavy amount right here around 1,800, you will see it really kind of boils down to this $1,600, $1,500 range before all of the yellow, that is the heavy liquidity, gets taken out from those long positions. This also just makes sense from a standpoint that this will be an institutional rally, meaning the institutions want to make a lot of money. There's an old saying that when the retail misses the boat, it just kind of sucks. But when the institutions miss the boat, they bring the boat back. Well, this whole trip kind of started right here around 1,500. So for those reasons, I also think that's where we will return in price action. But don't be too worried. There is going to be positive action for Ethereum. And another reason to think that that's going to happen is by going over to that Ethereum over Bitcoin chart. Now, we referenced this chart a couple of months ago when I made a video kind of responding to Ben Cowan's prediction that Ethereum would continue to drop against Bitcoin, predicting that we might see as low as 0.033 or 0.035 levels on this Ethereum over Bitcoin chart. And while I agree with him that we had a little further way down to go, I told everyone, I said, watch out for this support level right here at about 0.49. It also was very close to a long-term trend that has been both resistance and support since all the way back here in February of 2016. This yellow dotted line, you'll see so many touches of it. I said, watch out for there to be a temporary level of support right there that could send this chart back to the upside. Well, sure enough, when you zoom on in here and take a look at the bottom of where ETH over Bitcoin got, it wicked right down there to 0.49. Now, does this mean we can't go any lower? No, not necessarily, but when you take a look at the fact that we are riding on this support level, we've set ourselves up another falling wedge, a little smaller than the last one, but a falling wedge that has broken bullish today. Things are looking very good, not just for the price of Ethereum, but for this Ethereum over Bitcoin chart. Remember, it's not even just the bullish news that's coming out in Q1 when we have an upgrade coming. It's also the fact that Ethereum within the last year has gone deflationary, meaning instead of other cryptos that are continually putting out more and more supply, every single day we're actually losing supply on Ethereum. That, with increased demand and these awesome upgrades coming, are going to spell extremely bullish price action for Ethereum moving forward. So even if we get that pullback maybe down to $1,500 or $1,600, let's take a look at where price could be going here later in 2024. Even after a revisit back down to $1,500 or $1,600, I do believe that Arthur Hayes hit it on the head when he says that he thinks Ethereum will make it back to 5,000 in 2024. Now, it might make it there by the end of the year, but do not be surprised to see a $5,000 Ethereum by the end of the year. But some of you might be wondering, Tim, how high can we get before the end of the bull market? And while there's a lot of things that will go into it, and this number could end up actually being a lot higher, simple technical analysis of trend lines over former bull markets mixed with this green line, which kind of gives us a rough estimate, October of 2025 being the top of the bull market according to the 4-year cycle, we could see a combination of the Fibonacci extension level 1.618 to 1.65 kind of clash right there with this white line of resistance and give us a price somewhere between $1,500 to $1,600 for Ethereum. Just in case you guys want to do the math from home, if you had bought way back here in 2022 at that bottom price, you would end up doing over a 16x on your investment for Ethereum. Even from right now, it would be over a 6x for anyone who buys Ethereum today. That is some major gains coming back into your portfolio. But with that said, leave a comment down below on what your expectations are. Tell me if I got things right or if I got them wrong. How high do we rally before a big pullback? How low do we drop when that pullback happens? And how high can we get by the end of 2024 and 2025? I want to know what your opinion is down below. But guys, with that said, that's all I have for you in this video. Go ahead and smash that like button on your way out and consider hitting that subscribe button to get everything you need to know about crypto on the daily basis. And with that being said, I'll see you at the top.